So yeah, last time we played, you were given a task by Speaker Vosk, head to the Koi 416 system, now, namely to the now abandoned colony of Terra Nova in UPP space to recover samples of a prototype Seegson drug called Flash. Upon reaching Terra Nova, you searched the colony clinic, and while Artyom did a horror genre no-no by breaking off to take a leak, he was ambushed by a sheeple redneck hybrid monster. Um, While Artyom painted the room yellow in a panic, Kelly borderline mag dumped on the sheep monster and killed it. After that fiasco, the crew succeeded in obtaining both research data and physical samples of Flash, but while en route back to your ship, you were intercepted by members of one of the two other crews from the first mission. Their captain, Roger Colbert, had some sort of arrangement with a Richard model synthetic serving as a bounty hunter under orders to subdue Kelly and to kill anybody who gets in his way. But that arrangement ended when Artyom successfully convinced Colbert and his goons to turn against Richard, and that's where we are now. So in terms of combat, let's check the initial tracker. So Artyom went. So now it is Kelly's turn. And as a reminder, you did see the moment where all the goons looked to each other, then they looked to Colbert, then they all looked to Richard, and they turned their guns on him. So at least for the moment, they're on your side.
Yep.
The Richard situation.
The Richard situation, yes. That I
Everybody's
could
having
not think of
flashbacks.
his name for the life of me yesterday.
We're doing what now? What?
I was saying like how I was talking about it last night, how I couldn't think of Richard's name to
Oh,
save my life. I was chattering about the session today.
oh,
I said, "What's his nuts?"
oh, right.
initially because I
Oh,
couldn't think of his name.
all right.
Okay. Right. Um. Yeah, I reloaded last time. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna target Richard since these
What
guys
a
have turned on
surprise.
him, and I'm gonna take a shot at him.
Are you going to aim or are you going to get in cover?
Okay. Um, I will actually get into cover,
Okay.
and I will not aim.
Okay, so maybe there's like a shipping crate or something that you and Jack are taking cover behind, so and then you can like peek out the opposite side of it.
Yep.
I'm like, damn it, Kelly, I'm already behind this rock. Find your own rock.
It's big enough for both of us. Like seriously, bro.
Or you go full on like Western Duel. This container ain't big enough for the two of us.
Seats taken. Rocks taken.
Prime grenade attracting material.
Okay.
All people bunched up.
I'm okay. I'm at medium range to him or long range.
It would be medium because basically, so medium is the adjacent zone and long is past that.
Okay. Okay. No cover, normal target size. Does aiming for the weak spot take my fast action, or is that just something I
Good
could do?
question. Let me take a
Because
look.
I was reading the rules last time, but I wasn't sure.
I need to remind myself.
It's just a type of thing. It's not an additional action. Anything regarding the weak spot. It's just a type of thing that you can choose to do at the forfeit of dice. It's a type of shooting.
Yep. Yep. Because when you do the aim for weak spot, you can bring down his
armor.
If you have successes, you can bring down the armor. Yep.
Yes.
Make him an easier target.
A trade-off, yeah. -1 armor
that.
for -2 dice of shooting.
Weak spot, yeah. Hold on.
Which it'll automatically do.
So weak spots.
Yeah.
It gives you a -2 modifier, but on a hit, the armor level is reduced 1 step. In addition to any reduction for an armor-piercing attack.
Yep. I will. Yep. So weak spot.
Is Emily in full or heavy or partial?
I would say if she's lying around the corner to take a shot at you, it would count as partial.
Okay.
Partial. I see you're finding the modifiers for your shot as well, possibly. That's fun. We both have the same idea, I see.
Well, no, well, he
It's
well, in this case, I'll reveal this, because he can actually. Why don't you reveal what talent you have?
Oh my god, you're using the new thing. Fuck yeah.
I can't. I'm clicking on it and it's not
God.
showing it.
It's revealed. Oh, you mean the talent?
Yeah, you just click on
Yeah.
the name. Does it not show you?
No, it shows it, but it doesn't like post it.
Well, you
Yeah,
don't
you
have to
can't
post it in the
share
chat,
the
but
document. You can
Oh.
just read it.
yeah.
Or you can post it in
Well,
the
if an
chat or
enemy
whatever.
makes a ranged attack against you, may make a quick reaction to try and shoot them first. Take a stress level, then roll for both attacks simultaneously. The shot with the most successes goes off first. If both shots hit, the second shot is aborted if the shooter is broken. If both shots roll the same amount of successes, both hit at the same time.
Now I will
Yeah,
point
it's a
out
reactive
though,
thing.
well, never mind.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
interesting.
So
It's a great talent to get.
Yep, those are my modifiers. What's it called?
quick shot.
Quick shot.
Oh, interesting.
So both you take damage, right? Since it's equal?
I think so.
Yes.
Yeah, both shots roll the same amount of successes, both hit, and you both have armor. Hold on, what is it? Yeah, you just have.
Yep.
Okay,
And
so
but Kelly did with the weak spot thing, right?
yeah, so technically no armor isn't because it's only armor 1. So
Yeah.
it goes down a step.
yes, and
so-
then the armor piercing. Yeah, so basically you just completely bypass his armor. So
Yeah.
are either of you going to do any stunts, or are you going to just do 3 damage
I did
each?
conserve ammo.
Oh, you're conserving ammo. Okay.
As did I.
Okay. All right, then you basically just hit each other for 2.
And I think you have an option to click for conserve.
Yeah.
Oh, you did.
That's
okay.
what it did, and that's why I think it just considered blank.
Yeah, that's interesting. But yeah, because it still showed the ammo supply roll, but maybe didn't roll anything. So okay, didn't know.
Hold on. So let me just check something. So okay, noted. All right. So mark up the damage. So Kelly, you took 2, I guess.
So, how much did I take?
2.
Okay, 2.
2.
Okay.
So, well, now, or no, you took cover. Never mind. I was gonna say you could dodge, but all right. So that was Kelly's turn. Colbert is going to, let's see, what does he have? Oh, that's right. Well, I did give him stats, but this time I forgot to give him a talent. So he's just gonna turn around and take a pot shot at Richard with his pistol.
If he lives long enough, we will think of rounding him up.
So he is going to aim and fire and succeed. Oops, I did not mean to roll that private. So 1 success for him. Richard, are you going to dodge?
Oh, I used the quick action already on this.
Well, you can do 2 fast actions or 1 fast and 1 slow. So you
Yeah.
could do another reaction shot, or you could save it for something else.
What's arm? So it's armor.
Yeah, your armor's going to soak 1 of that, and then 2 is going to go through.
So
unless you
it's just a
dodge.
flat reduction now. No.
Okay. Yeah, he doesn't have armor piercing on his pistol. So, well, that's his turn because he just aimed and fired. Next is Dave.
Oh shit. They've all turned on the synthetic there, and my usefulness has come to an end with my darts. Okay. Let me see. Tobiah, I'm going to back you up.
Oh.
So
You're hiding
Dave,
behind me. Great.
Dave is switching to his newly acquired healing darts, and he will use that to help if Tobiah gets injured fighting himself.
So are you gonna like hold your action then? Well, if you're yeah, I mean, because you can move in zone
Yeah.
freely if you're gonna spend. I think they changed it to a fast action to change ammo or reload.
Yeah, it can be. It can be. Yeah, since I'm changing ammo, we can. Yeah, say it's like the same as a reload. So
So you're swapping ammo
yeah,
types. Um, and that's a
yeah. And
fast
besides,
action, and then slow action if you want to just hold that so you can stim him if you need to, you can.
I'll have it ready on him to stim him if he gets some strong damage.
Okay. So now it's Tobias' turn.
All right. And no cover. He's in medium range.
Well, if you're shooting at Richard, he's at long range.
Long range. Okay. And the cover target size normal. Auto. Conserve ammo.
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
Whoa.
Oh shit! Nice.
Yeah.
You're just gonna
Tobiah
look the
uses
deck.
absolutely psycho mode.
When it's against himself.
Yeah, so he just, in other news, he kills himself. So
Yeah, and hold on, just to, because I have the machine gunner.
you're gonna hit him
I'm just gonna
again?
keep. Yes.
Ooh, nice.
All right, do it.
All right, here we go.
Oh, just so you know, when you're going full auto, you can't conserve ammo anymore. That was from the beta.
You cannot conserve ammo.
Can't conserve
Yeah.
ammo now.
Okay. It just the ammo went down anyway. It rolls it
Yeah.
and then it just says.
Oh,
So you have to do it manually, I think.
okay. Well, then roll to hit him
Mhm.
again.
And just do that.
Oh my god. You want to hit him
Richard
again?
Pace.
Yes.
Yeah, you have the successes to do it.
Yes.
All right, so do another
But I
roll.
don't.
Methinks
Uh,
Richard won't survive this encounter. Jesus.
There
so
would be anything left of him to
I
survive.
I forget how much HP he has, but
Well, just for the
Not
damage
enough.
he
roll,
could survive that.
he did 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 damage.
Armor piercing.
And I think I'm stopping there.
Well, yeah, you get
You
it caps
think?
at 3. So,
Yeah.
yeah, no, you just fucking just. He had 3 HP left over, like just from the initial attacks.
Oh
So you would have, even if he was at his full health, you would have killed him twice over.
Oh my god, like Richard is like a puddle of robot cereal milk.
Yeah. So
They're just
yeah, now he just guns him down in a.
great sound with
I
the
mean,
GIF.
if you
John
look at the
showed.
GIF I posted,
Yeah.
Yeah, where the
that's Tobias.
hold on, where the hell is just uploading a GIF here when it decides to upload. What do you mean I don't have permission to upload file? Oh,
Sweet Jesus.
Oh man.
okay. You're gonna get. Do you have space for a story point?
No.
Oh, because I absolutely would have given you one for that.
Maybe an extra XP for instead.
Well, no, yeah, this gift that I posted, that's just straight to Baya slaughtering Richard.
Just pouring bullets into his face.
So,
Yeah.
okay, well, that's the end of that particular Richard, and by extension, the end of combat. The phrase "holy fuck" does not even cover what you just did. So combat ends, and then these guys, like, I mean, like they, the bullets went whizzing past them and just destroyed Richard entirely. And they just have this look, like they just look to each other, and then they just turn around to look at Tobiah, and they see like the barrel of your pulse rifle is glowing.
Just
And
like,
you say, "Looks like
"Yes."
milkshakes are back on the menu, boys."
And you just say,
So he's the Joker now. But I was gonna say that he, or maybe it's like in Predator, like where you're just holding
Wanna
down the
know how I
trigger
got
for.
these scars?
Um. So. Yeah. So Richard gets destroyed, and then like this one guy like goes up to him and like kicks him.
I
Stuff.
just imagine like when he kicks him, he just falls into like individual pieces.
Um. So hold on, we'll just have a momentary intermission because two players just stepped away.
I'm back. I'm
Oh.
back. Sorry.
Okay, never mind then.
Are you doing okay there, Tobiah? I'll like slowly come out of cover. I'm kind of like freaked out by. God.
Let me check that pulse. Let me check for concussion
Elevated
brain
heart
stability.
rate,
Yeah.
his eyes are dilated, you just kind of look at him and just like,
I
okay, he's
He
on
seems
drugs now.
incredibly he seems incredibly unstable, so I would say he's back to normal.
and I was gonna say like his pulse is probably like the steadiest, like the most steady it's been. Because this is probably like you're in your element. It's like a killing machine versus it being like jacked up. I imagine
Constantly,
it's like
in
this is what you
fight
were
or flight
created
response.
for. Hmm.
So these guys, they don't have their
Nice shooting
weapons.
there, Tex.
They, they don't have their weapons. I mean, they have their weapons in hand, but they're no longer like hostile towards you. So they approach Artyom. I mean, the group is an extension, but mainly him because Artyom was the one who did all the convincing, and Colbert, he holsters his pistol and he says, I guess my men and I owe you all an apology as well as thanks. And he says to Baya, gives him a nod, says, "Good shooting there." Um,
Bullets.
Jesus Christ. So per the information, because basically, so as a reminder, Artyom, the stunts that he did, was that Colbert does what Artyom wants without expecting a favor in return, which is obviously addressed. And he did two things for does more than Artyom asks, which in this case, so he's going to give you guys some interesting information that he says, and he presents this. And the question is, did I make a handout for this? So campaign handouts. Apparently I did not, but that's fine. So he has written orders from the CEO of LaSalle Bionational, um, Edina LaSalle, to try and obtain a sample of Flash, same as you, and for the same reasons. And he also says, and this is all part of the first of the two successes. He says, the reason we were able to track you here is because while we were all at Alexandria Colony, we placed a transponder aboard your ship so we'd be able to track you and let you lead us to our goal. And he also will tell you where on the ship it is, so you can remove it at your leisure. So that's the first
Thank you.
success. And the second thing he explains regarding the pile of synthetic materials that used to be Richard, he says that Richard was there because when you were when we were all at Alexandria Colony, we were given an offer by Hyperdyne to help recall a rogue synthetic, and he kind of gestures to Kelly, and he says, because our goals overlap, namely my crew and I at the time wanting revenge on you guys for screwing us over, and Hyperdyne wanting to recover their property. Um, we basically offered Richard a ride so he'd be able to help us, with our mutual goals.
Well, knowing what you were also planning for LaSalle, the Binational, Richard would have probably not been too up for that eventually if he caught wind. Something like that. I don't know how Hyperdon would have been uh, comfortable with such a thing.
He says, well, I
So
mean,
I
the two
think now
companies,
you're
they
a
kind
lot
of
safer.
specialize in different fields. Hyperdyne mainly does weapons and synthetics, whereas Bionational, it's kind of implied in the name, they do all the bioengineering and bioweapon stuff.
Still, you don't think that. What, you'd think they don't see themselves much as rivals? They would have let each do their own
Well, I mean, he
interest.
says, well, he tells you that, we're not formally employees of either company. I mean, we're basically just guns for hire, same as you. We were given, offers by two different companies with two different goals that didn't overlap or like didn't conflict with each other. So, payment from both parties, why the hell not?
Hmm. Well, you're free to search the facility for any flash leftovers if you want. But what do you plan to do from here on?
Well, he looks at Artyom, and I'll say that Artyom kind of mentions this in character as well. But the last favor is that he says, well, courtesy of, convincing us of the greater danger, um, and as, um, you know, true as a means of truly apologizing for this little misunderstanding. I mean, if you let us walk out of here, we'll make it up to you. And basically, what he's saying is that he will, in layman's terms, he tells you that he will owe you guys a single favor within reason, as in, give me $1 million billion isn't within reason, but hiring these guys to serve as backup free of charge on a dangerous mission is.
Makes sense. We
So,
are a reasonable motley bunch,
yeah.
don't you think, Artyom, comrade?
And he's like, duh, comrade. This is a very reasonable offer. I don't know if he actually sounds like that, but he's very obviously
In
Russian.
all of our
So
heads, he does.
yeah, yeah. Okay, so I'm not the only one thinking that.
Yeah.
Just one more question. On Alexandria, have you seen the other crew, the second crew that was trying to also accomplish the mission? Have you come across them?
He says those guys, they did make, they made us an offer. I don't know if they made you the same offer, but they wanted to partner up with us, and we said no, and we didn't hear from them after that.
Huh. Same. How peculiar. If you hear anything more from them that could be interesting to our productivity or safety, we would truly appreciate. But I'm glad this little misunderstanding has been dealt with.
And he says, "As am I," and he offers you a handshake.
And he gives one.
Okay. So he, shakes your hand, and then he says, in acknowledgement to your request to, keep him apprised of any kind of development with the other crew, he says, we'll, if you give us a frequency to contact you on, we will give you that information if anything comes of it. And he also makes it clear that that won't count as the favor. Like he'll just kind of give you that as a bonus.
Yeah, it'll be a friendly thing. I mean, if we would happen to find anything that would endanger them as
Yeah,
well,
I mean, it's like
we
if,
would
especially if
warn
you're
them the
going to
same.
reciprocate, then yeah, he won't count it as the favor. So
Yeah, just a camaraderie thing. I think we could give
yeah,
communication
so
band frequency.
yeah, so you trade frequencies, and he looks to all of you and he says, if there's nothing left to discuss, then my men and I are going to continue our mission. So I mean, unless anybody else
Understood.
has any
No
questions, then he
problem.
kind of keeps going.
Vi just stands there, just holding his rifle, petting it.
Um,
Dave kind of just approaches the splattered poor remains of Richard, and he's trying to see if anything can be gleamed interesting from this poor massacred body, but he
are you
thinks
are you talking
probably nothing.
about like his like any gear he has?
Probably that's the only thing that discernible that's left. Yeah, we can
So
loot the body.
so he has so he has a couple things. Well, the first one is that he has like a PDAT that has like written orders, like basically his directive um, from Hyperdyne, and has like a couple of back and forth conversations that aren't really of any like plot relevance. Um, so basically just has like written directives for him, basically saying like basically priority one, retrieve rogue synthetic, and it has what you would presume to be Kelly's like official designation, not her actual name. Um,
Hmm.
and it says like all other considerations secondary, leave no enemies functioning.
Ah, cutthroat. Kelly, do you have any understanding why they would want you so badly?
Also, side note,
Oh, I know exactly why. Oh, go ahead, John.
you see Tobiah with
Or Tobiah.
like the synthetic, synthetic juices, and he's painted himself in like the war paint.
Oh my god.
Synth killer, while
On that
surrounded by two synths.
on that creepy note, going back to the gear that Richard has, so he has an M41A pulse rifle, um, which has its built-in grenade launcher, of course. He has um, M230 baton rounds loaded in the grenade launcher, which he was going to use um, for like basically for incapacitating Kelly. He has a Kevlar vest, which is probably ripped to shreds by this point.
What Kelter vest?
He
But yeah, I
had a
rest my
Kevlar
case.
vest.
Um,
Had.
he had a stun baton, and then he had uh, one spare reload for his pulse rifle and two spare reloads for his M230, like more baton rounds.
Nice. We can consider this as a bonus payment. We're gonna loot the shit out of his gear, but
Okay, well, who
probably
wants what? Because I should know that the pulse rifle and the grenade
Hmm.
launcher are a package deal.
Of course. Tobiah, since
I can
you
carry it.
Okay.
okay,
Like, if it's just like space, I can carry it for now and
Yeah,
just until we
can I
like
I
drop
got
it
drag
I
it
off
got
wherever we're
to
keeping
plenty.
our stuff.
sheet? No, I can't. So I'll just drag it, or you can add it from the Alien Evolved like items directory. Um, I'll send
Okay.
you a screenshot of what he has, and then
Okay. Yeah.
so you can add all that stuff. The only The only caveat is that I think it's pretty obvious that his Kevlar vest is just non-existent. So,
But yeah, between me shooting it and then
well, especially
Tobiah
just
finishing
Tobiah
it
alone,
off.
because he would have killed him twice over, even if he was at full health.
Yeah. That,
Poor Kevlar vest barely knew ye.
uh-huh.
But so
Oh,
probably
boy.
not mechanically wise, importantly, anything for the rules, but like role play wise, Dave would have the idea of, well, salvaging the body parts so that we have for
What body
repairs.
parts?
The goopy goop that's left.
I'm gonna roll two. I want to
If
roll 2
anything,
crits and just
is
see what he would have gotten.
yeah, theoretically.
Okay, well, you
Technically,
spilled his
3.
guts,
The body chunks, not really parts.
and you also broke one of his arms.
First one,
Well, it's
Yeah,
like,
that's a bad.
yeah,
did
like
3.
basically Richard just like cleaved through his riot vest, and like just his
Oh, no.
guts went spilling out of him like a fucking waterfall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First
So
one was, let's see, 1,
nothing
2, 3,
with
4,
the
5, 6.
possible salvaging.
Yeah, there's not.
Yeah,
There's nothing left of Richard.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
yeah.
Yeah, Tobiah just killed him that well. Anyway, so having looted Richard, and I mean, obviously by this point, Colbert and his men have departed. I mean, his drop shuttle is still there with, you can see like pilots waiting in the cockpit, but the door is up, so you would not be able to try to hijack it. Not that you were planning to, but just want to make that clear. So
Dave's itchy trigger finger on his little pistol, thinking about things that he should not be thinking about, but he turns away.
okay, are you going
Don't
now? Are you going
experiment on Steve,
to, so is there
please.
anything else you're going to do while you're at the colony, or are you going to head out?
I think we have all we need. We have Flash, we have the mutant sheeple body from last time over the shoulder of,
No,
I
I
think.
forgot. Oh, fuck, I forgot that you brought that with you. Yeah, no, Colbert and his guys would absolutely be creeped out by that and would have double minded to get away from you.
Tobiah was carrying it over his shoulder, so yeah.
Well, yeah,
I'm
that's what I'm saying. I forgot that he did that. So
This is not a group of
yeah.
people we want to screw with.
exactly.
I think that's an understatement at this point.
I mean, hell, if they'd known that beforehand, they might not have even attacked you at all.
We're building a reputation. Let's
Yeah,
hope
so,
it proceeds.
So, but yeah, so as I understand it, you are heading.
We should be heading to the ship. We
Yep.
should be done. I
Okay.
think we have everything.
Yeah, so you guys are you make your way into into space. It is, you've got like a shift for Artyom to get it into space. So are you going to be doing or discussing anything in the meantime? I mean, I'm assuming you're probably going to remove the transponder, but
Absolutely. Can we repurpose it and say we have a tracking transponder that if we want, we can stick onto
yeah,
a
if you
ship?
want to use it to attach, like hide in somebody else's ship, if you want to track them, you don't have to completely destroy it.
Yep. Yeah, in that sense, to have that
Yeah.
gear
Yeah.
available.
Now, I will
would
say,
be
if you want to
nice.
reprogram it, though, you would have to do a Comtech roll.
Well, it's good we have
Yeah, so if Jack, you
our
want to do that,
genius
then
contact specialist.
Yes, always happy to stick it to the corporation.
yeah. So
Oh, I'll gladly help you with
yeah.
that.
So
Dave
the
will
diagnostic
assist with
device would
some
not
contact.
apply in this case because you're not hacking in like a computer system. So if now, Dave, did you say you have a point in contact?
Oh, I do. I will assist with
Okay,
this
so
sort
you
of thing.
get a +1 from Dave.
I'll need to be repaired before we go into like
Do you have
hypersleep
contact,
or
Emily? I can't
whatever.
remember.
So I don't.
Because well, what's your wits?
3.
Oh,
She can be repaired.
It's
She
kind of
doesn't have to do it
average.
herself.
do you have any story points? How many story points do you have?
I have 2.
Okay.
We
Well, if you,
can
Because I
roll for
spent
her as
one
well.
last time we
Yeah.
played.
well, and I'll also say this in advance to Tobiah, if you're capped on story points, just so you know, the whole group is going to be for a completed mission.
Yeah.
You're each going to get a story point, so you would want to find an opportunity to spend it.
Yeah, that I was just gonna be like, come here.
Well, I'll allude to you that there's going to be a more practical use for that story point in just a bit.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh God.
So, you
Hold on. So is to repair the android? Is it a? I thought it was heavy machinery.
No,
but
it's
is it
Comtech.
Okay. I mean, I could also do that.
Exactly. We can help.
Yeah,
with
now I
that.
will say, I mean,
Can
during the
recruit.
time you're going into, so you've got a shift where, like, cause going from, doing a planetary landing takes a shift, and I would assume going up into space also takes a shift.
Makes
So
sense.
Artyom is flying up into space, so you've got a couple hours to do one of the 2 tasks. So which one do you want to try first?
Well, since we rolled for the
Yeah, I already rolled.
I
Oh,
can
you
wait to
did?
be
Hold on.
repaired.
I need to
Transponder
refresh the
things, but
page then, and it fucking signed me
Yeah, I
out.
have like 7 HP, so I'm.
So hold on, I gotta return to setup.
well, yeah, but we could theoretically use, since there's so many extra successes and we don't really need it for that, we can say that the 3 extra successes can be used for +3 dice for the
All right,
Kelly repair.
world's back up. But repeat that, please.
Sorry. So there were 3 extra successes on top of the one that was gotten for that thing. Assuming we don't need so many successes, the extra 3, if we can steal the stunt from 1E, to the extra 3 successes to be +3 dice
Yeah, you
on
can
the
do
Kelly
that.
repair.
Well, now I'm going to ask you for Jack. I mean, do you want to do any stunts relative to the reprogramming the beacon?
Do we need more stunts?
I don't think so because it should be a pretty simple. I'm trying to think if it would have any extra information.
Well, it wouldn't have any
No.
extra information, but it would potentially, like, you could trying to double
We
check.
could reprogram it so that if we would use it ourselves, we could make it like untraceable. If we would like plant it on another ship, if that's possible.
I would say so, yeah. If you want to use
Okay,
a stunt
so
with it.
I guess I'll use 1 success to just do that, make it easier for us to reprogram it in the future. I guess.
Okay. So in that case, the 2 extra successes you'll just do is a +2 for repairing Kelly.
Sure, and I also get an assist on that one.
Yes, from Dave.
Okay. So I assume you guys are going to kind of loiter in orbit during that time.
Well, I think it's like we're heading out, but it's like what they've shown in the show, right? Is you don't immediately have to go to hyperspace.
That's
or whatever,
true.
Like
Yeah, that's
you have
what I
time.
meant. Like you're not going to FTL, you're just kind of cruising along at sublight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Speeding up, getting ready. Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting there, but we're not
Okay.
there yet.
Okay. Oh.
Oh.
Well, Kelly, this repair job has been tough.
I mean, well, he does succeed on the push. And I think it's just 1 success to heal. It's not 1 per
Yeah.
health. So,
Yeah.
he repairs you to full.
And Jack has been working on computers for too long. He starts twitching or something.
Yeah, like
and,
Tobiah.
he's getting hangry. He hasn't had a Snickers. So he's getting irate. Jack's getting upset.
You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
The
No
flashbacks
offense,
never,
but y'all are still the
never
most
patience.
twitchy ass humans I've ever met. Just,
Hey, I
Holy
resemble that
crap.
remark.
I was including you in that remark. Just You're
Exactly, Kelly.
included in
And they say we
that.
synthetics are unreliable.
I never
Android
said that.
master
I just
race. That's what I'm hearing right now.
No, no.
Oh right, you asked me a question earlier, Dave. Didn't you? While we were
Yeah.
what are
down
we
there
talking about?
on the plant, Terra Nova.
Yeah. Dave asked. You don't have to tell me uh your decision is as valid as anyone's, but I am assuming that if there's a reason they Hyperdyne wanted you so bad, do you consider yourself to be safe, or do you consider that they will try again? Whatever the
Oh,
reason for.
I'm sure they'll try again. Yep,
Ah,
I'll tell you later.
okay.
Believe
I
me,
won't. Won't rush.
yep.
We
I mean,
we all have
I have
our
to say
reasons.
you're one of the best crews one of the better crews I've worked with since I've been working with Valentino, and that's kind of a low bar, being completely honest. But
I just wanted to
no
say my
offense to any of
condolence.
you, but
I just wanted to say my condolences if we are the better crew after what has happened, then I can't imagine the history you've been through. Dear Lord, well, maybe you can tell us some
he
of
hired
the.
some wacky ass people, and not all of them work out.
I mean, it's equal
But
Oh,
opportunity evil, but yeah.
so not the best of the best
yeah,
like we are. Really?
The cream of the crap,
I,
yeah.
I, I would never say.
I'm, yep.
Would love to hear some of those
I'm
wild stories of crews whenever you feel like sharing.
definitely, but believe
Jack
me, this
will
won't be the last people that Hyperdyne sends.
We'll be ready for them.
cut in and
Yep, go
ask,
ahead,
well,
Mega.
what's
Sorry.
yeah, sorry, like, because I mean, you guys are talking as we're repairing you, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
So I'll cut in and I'll
yeah. I'm
ask,
assuming this conversation has happened during
Yeah.
that.
right. So I'll cut in and ask, I don't understand what LaSalle has to do with this. Like, Hyperdyne, they wanted to retrieve you. What does LaSalle have against us?
Well, yeah, I can't remember if you were there for it or not, but Colbert, the leader of the other guys that were on the planet, that he said that basically LaSalle gave him the same mission that you did.
Oh, to retrieve the Flash.
Yeah.
The Flash, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like that, basically
Yeah.
were
Never
so
mind.
they were originally motivated by wanting payback, and then they were also given an offer by Hyperdyne, and then also by LaSalle. Like Hyperdyne, because Hyperdyne has operating plants on Alexandria Colony, they were there. They picked up word of a rogue synthetic, i.e. Kelly, and then they were given an offer. It's like, hey, would you be willing to give our Richard like agent transportation? And they had
Right,
no reason to
right.
object, especially if they were getting paid for it. So
Okay, so
It was
retcon that. I
bad
didn't
luck.
ask that question.
sure.
Okay.
It was like a killing two birds with one stone scenario.
Exactly.
Like two groups were going to one place,
Yeah.
so just send both on the same ship, essentially.
May potentially seem contrived, but weirder things have happened. And speaking of weirder things happening,
Oh.
as you
Oh
guys are
goodness.
cruising along in Sublight, on scanners, you actually pick up a ship on approach, which like you get like an alert sound from Mother to like report to the bridge if you're not already there.
Artyom, are you playing as some sort of unpractical joke
It says,
again?
yes, you better get up the bridge immediately.
Bollocks.
I didn't do it.
I bet you
Not this
there
time.
must be a way that you
Um,
somehow did.
so,
Angered the heavens with your splattering of a synthetic.
um,
I have a
so
question. So does my before we go to this, does my stress roll has that expired now, or that timed
I would
out?
say by this point, yes. Also, if anybody wants to use like your signature items or nap relief to reduce any stress, you may do so. Because you each got one free dose of nap relief from the infirmary. Which, speaking of Artyom, I know he said he wanted to take a shot of nap relief, so I will reduce his 8 stress to 0.
God damn, Artyom.
Yeah,
I don't know if
he was tripping.
yeah, I don't know if Jack's character can change the panic status if players are allowed to do that,
But yeah, you
or
should
the
be able to.
have
You
to.
can click
Oh,
the
good.
like left click the icon, the bubble for.
Oh, it works now. Okay, okay,
Yeah, does it?
great.
Yeah, it should work. So you yeah, so you all report
Let's
to the
hurry.
bridge. You potentially use your signature items if you got them, and when you check on the scanners, by this point, the ship has gotten closer, and it is an M-class cargo freighter. Although design-wise, it looks awfully similar to Jabba the Hutt's sail barge, while still fitting the used future aesthetic of Alien.
I have to Google this.
That can't be a good sign.
Think?
So I'll bring us over to because a space encounter map.
Oh, okay.
Your ship, yeah, because it has that kind of like hooded design, is what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Um,
I've seen now.
so your ship is hailed, and Mother says, like Command and Conquer style, establishing video uplink. From there's a lot to take in. There is really shitty dubstep, even by dubstep standards, playing in the background for starters. But more prominently, you see a sight even more disturbing than a working Joe wearing a bra, wig, and makeup twerking in a constant loop, which I have a gif of that I actually made a long time ago.
No.
That exists.
You see, like,
Oh,
you see
my
that?
god!
You
Dear
see that?
Lord!
Well, basically that, but he's wearing a wig, makeup, and like a fake bra. Or like,
He's dressed up like what the guy from Under Siege, the enemy from Under Siege. If you guys remember that movie. Hold on, let me find a picture.
If Dave's eyes could bleed, they would be right now.
well, no, it gets worse. But the only thing worse than that is you see a morbidly obese blonde guy as wide as he is tall, wearing a late 2000s gaming headset.
No, it can't be him. No.
Somehow, Fat Mikey
What?
returned.
Mikey?
Has he been in cryo?
It gets
for
no, it gets
so
it gets no. Trust me, there's an origin story to this, but so he's there and he's as vast as ever. Beside him is a blonde woman, most evidently an android, who, in addition to having a damaged right eye that's both cracked and half-lidded like Big Baby in Toy Story 3,
Oh
has a
no.
hopeless, sullen look and demeanor to her, to say nothing of the fact that she's in the skimpiest outfit possible. The fat guy gives the camera a Kubrick stare, exhales slowly, and then he just. And then after doing that, he says,
To whom do we owe our pleasure?
he says, "All right, this is how this is gonna go. You're gonna surrender all your food, all your females." He says in a creepy, like he creepy tone. He glances over at Kelly and kind of bounces his eyebrows, "and all your money, or else."
So you like Gary Busey from Under Siege. That's what we're doing.
Oh god, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
So
that line is gold.
Oh fuck.
Do I look like
That
I
movie is so much better than it should be. Like, I don't know how it's so good. I recently rewatched it.
here's something. Tobias still hasn't cleaned up. He still has all the synthetic, camo on.
The synthetic
He's just
war paint.
staring at this. Yeah, synthetic war paint. Says, "Are you sure that's a good idea?"
Dave kind
And
of
well, does anybody else
It's
say
like-
anything like simultaneously with
No,
that?
I'm saying I'm looking at him. It's like,
Oh, I know
"Are you sure
you're
that's a
saying that. I'm
good
just saying
idea?"
before he does anything, is anybody else going to say anything as well?
I will just Kelly will just give him like a blank stare when he like
Yeah.
bounces his eyebrows.
Yeah, it's just like,
Like try to like flirt. Just
is this real
like,
life?
just crickets. Yeah.
You don't know this guy, right? This is the first time we've ever seen.
Yeah, no, completely different set of characters 100 years in the future. How he's still alive will be revealed, I swear. But he like when
Dave kind of just whispers to the crew, "Do we want to try and take over this idiot's ship by bluffing? We shall give them what they want, and we take what we
well,
want
I will say
instead."
that. So in terms of timing, I'll say that Tobias' statement happens last. In terms of just saying like, you sure that's a good idea? And then he has like his like Java laugh. He's like, I'll show you why. Titsabella, fetch me my controller. And the woman beside him grumbles in very obvious bitterness and says, yes, almighty Mikey. And what's
So
interesting
at
is
this
that
point,
what?
Jack will grab the microphone and he'll be like, "Listen up, fatso. You want to fuck with us? We're gonna cut you. Got it? I'm gonna
So
blow you out of space."
so
Oh,
so we're about to enter space combat, but what I was just going to say is that so the android next to him that snarkily calls him Almighty Mikey, her voice sounds very off. When I say off, I mean it sounds almost damaged or filtered. Basically, it's a mix of like the distorted kind of android voice, like for example in Prometheus, when David gets his head severed. Um, like it's a mix of that, and then I know for a fact Emily gets this, Alistair's voice in Hazbin Hotel with like the radio filter.
Yep.
So basically a
Okay.
mix of those. Um, and anyway, the one he referred to as Titsabella basically just bends over, picks up an Xbox 360 controller off the ground, hands it to him, and now we're rolling for initiative. So space combat, sort of trial run because his ship's over here.
We could have used another ship. Never mind.
Well, who's going to? Yeah. So the way this works is in this case, I think in second edition it's actually an opposed command roll. So I'll drag Artyom onto the map. I'll do his command roll because Blitz is not here. So let's see what he gets. Okay, it's not as glorious as I thought. He cannot. Hold on. No fucking way.
What?
The dice tell the story. TPK by Fat Mikey.
No, he just sits on the
Incoming.
ship and
I'll
then it
be
explodes.
goddamn.
Do you want Artyom to
Um,
push?
Fuck yeah, we didn't take off his stress to remain stressless.
Oh my god. Oh, hold on. That was the wrong character who pushed. I meant to push Artyom. Why the hell is it only rolling 2 dice for him? That doesn't make any sense.
Going off of whatever one was rolled last.
Oh.
Yeah, if he's pushing, he can only roll. No, if
No,
RT's
yeah,
pushing,
yeah,
he can
I'm
it's
trying to
roll
push
bugging out.
Artyom.
7.
Here's what I'll do. I'll just roll /R.
Maybe you need to select him first to
No.
Yeah,
deselect Mikey.
can't we just push the push button on the thing?
Well, that's what I tried doing. Let me try it again. Because the problem is whenever I push, it presumably just pushes the 2 blanks from Mikey's dice.
Yeah, because
It keeps adding
it's
a bunch.
going off of the last roll.
Yeah. So apparently he has to push before. Okay. Well, what I'll do is I'll roll /R 7dB plus 1ds. Oh my, no way. That's okay. That's very good. So,
Okay.
So-
Oh,
Artyom
holy
was
shit!
weird. Yet I'm going first.
God damn.
Okay.
Just remember to take off the stress from Fat Mikey.
Yeah, I already took off Mikey's stress. So, so
I think
Artyom
he has automatic stress just from being a
canonically
fat
turns into Poe
pig.
Dameron.
yeah. So, let's see. So, space combat in second edition. Let's go through it. So, well, first I'll add both crews to the initiative tracker. So, I'll just basically just manually add them and not actually roll the initiative. So, Artyom and then Massive Mickey. So those two go. And then as for where in the hell is it? Hard Life Among the Stars, Space Combat, because it's more or less the same.
Yeah.
So, so Artyom. Okay, so yeah, same order of basically. I mean, they changed the terminology for the most part, but Captain goes. Oh, I think they actually changed the position of the where gunners go after engineers, possibly.
Possibly, I didn't
Let me just double check
pay that
this.
too much attention.
So I will double check that. Yeah, so engineer. No, no, the gunner does go first. Why the fuck did he put it in that order? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, so captain goes first. So Artyom will roll command to buff the PC. Who do you want him to buff? Like which role? Well, first of all, crew positions. I'm assuming Kelly's going to be engineer. Jack is going to be sensor operator. And then Tobiah is the gunner, if I'm correct, because I know that's kind of your skill sets. Dave, what do you want to be doing?
I am there to patch up wounds when we get critical components and somebody gets fucked up.
Okay.
The problem is that Artyom is both the commander and the pilot, so yeah.
I mean, he can still technically
be
do both,
better.
but
yeah, I'm not better at any of those. I will be supplementary. I will assist.
Yeah, you can do assists.
Yeah, I can assist Jack, for instance, for the sensor things because I'm a contact.
Artyom, he will give a boost to he'll roll command to try to boost Tobiah.
Hell yeah.
So he rolls command, 2 successes, so you get a +2.
Okay.
And also because during the space battle for each turn, Mikey actually has video game boss banter taunts. So during the space battle, as you're on approach and stuff, you hear the buttons and sticks clicking on his Xbox controller, and then through the cheap 2008 grade headset, you hear him say to Artyom, "Your dad's gay, kid. I fucked your mom. I'm your real dad." Typical Modern Warfare 2 lobby banter.
The vintage classics, I see.
So he tries trash talking, he fails. And then so that's Artyom's turn. For the navigation officer, which is still Artyom, I mean, the ship is moving. It's going to move 2 zones at the end of his turn. What is it? Is it at the end of his turn or at the end of the round overall?
Oof, I don't know in detail.
Let me check. Combat phases movement. After all actions are resolved, all ships move a number of segments on the space combat track equal to their current approach velocity. So, I mean, I know the tokens of his, these two are over here, but the ship is right here. What I'll do, just to kind of speed this along so you guys can actually shoot faster, is I'll move. Well, do you want the ships to be kind of moved closer so Tobiah would actually be able to fire this turn? Because otherwise, it's just going to be like a full round.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no problem. We're gonna blast each other.
Yeah. So you'd be right here, I guess, because then technically you could shoot. Or hell, you could be in the same zone by this point. It's up to you. I mean, do you guys want to do that? Especially because it is.
Yeah, why not? I mean, I think it is
well, hold on,
2
Tobias,
zones per round.
It's not your turn to shoot yet.
Yeah.
So
We'll save that roll for later.
Yeah.
I did
Okay.
the wrong thing.
No, that's fine. Okay, so movement phase. So interesting. Ramming is an action. So during the piloting phase, you also see during the battle, like you see, because the video feed's still on, like Mikey, like he has like a slice of pizza sitting on his chest, and you see him trying to eat it without using his hands. Like he's still staring at the screen of the battle, and he's on his controller, but like like trying to eat it without using his hands. And
A man of many
and if you
skills.
look closely, you see his android sidekick roll her one functional eye. So that is the piloting phase. Next is or actually, no, I got them backwards. The piloting phase is third, sensor phase is second. So his ship is, I think, if memory serves it, yeah, his transponder is off, which, by the way, is illegal. Um, so, a
I'm sure that
target
really
lock
matters to him.
action will
Is
need to be.
pirating also illegal? I mean, I feel like just the order of operations here of criminality.
Yeah, he's just so target lock. So you need to make a contact roll modified by the signature rating of the enemy ship, which his signature rating, his ship is, it gives you a +1. You get a +1 from Dave, and then where the fuck are the modifiers? Yeah, it's just a +2 for a target lock. So whenever you're ready to roll a contact check,
Sorry. Do I need modifiers?
you have +2. One from the signature rating of his ship, and one from Dave.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. Okay, so you target lock, so you lock onto his ship. So movement phase has been done. Now the fun part, the gunner phase. So Tobiah, the weapons on the Merkava, you have a light railgun turret.
Mm-hmm.
Are you able to open up the ship sheet?
I tried clicking on it, but it would not pull up a menu.
Hold on. Oh, I know what the
You have
problem
to
is.
be
All
designated
players were
the
set
gunner, I
to
think.
observer, so set to owner. Are you able to open the Merkava sheet now?
I was able to open the Merkava sheet first, but it's not pulling up a thing when I click on light railgun.
Oh, well, so what
Try
you do is,
dragging the
so you drag
character
yourself into
to.
crew. Yeah, set yourself as gunner, and then you should be able to click on it, and
Yeah.
or maybe not, because I'm trying to roll it and it isn't doing diddly squat. The fuck? Why is it not? Okay, it is equipped.
Yeah.
All right. Well, just roll your regular range combat. The railgun, I don't think it actually gives you
Yeah.
a positive.
It does,
So
yeah, it doesn't give bonuses, so just classical. But you have the bonuses from Artyom, so just remember that.
yeah, you get a
Yeah.
+2 from RTM, I believe. Let me just double check that. Yes, he gave you a +2. You cannot aim though, as a reminder, because basically space combat, in space combat
Yeah.
you only get one action. So
Yeah.
Yeah, aiming is basically by us, the sensor operators.
So +2. That's it, right?
yeah, +2.
Yeah, just that.
Okay, you hit him for, that would be, I believe, 4 damage.
Yes.
Yes.
So 4 damage, and then his armor is 1, so he takes 3.
It does say something about it reduces it by half or something. The rail cannons.
Well, the railgun, I
Yeah,
mean,
all
in
armor
second
counts as
edition, armor
half,
works
rounded
just
up.
like it is in personal combat. So the railgun does
Yeah.
-1 armor, and his
Yeah.
armor's like
They
1, so
haven't updated the text. Okay.
So actually, no, he would take the full damage. So he
Ooh,
takes
nice.
4. Now I will say this: do you want to spend a story point per what I was saying before? Because if you do 1 more point of damage, that's a major component hit.
Yes.
Okay.
Of course.
So he takes 5, and there's a special component damage in this case. for this ship that you guys are going to love this. So the major
Meant to
component
be.
damage, the batteries in his controller go out.
No.
So first, there's an
You got that
explosion.
red ring of death.
Well, what happens is so first the ship gets fucking struck, and then you hear something tumble over in the background, and you hear him argue. He's like, "Oh my God, Titsabella, you knocked over the Munchkins!" And she's just standing nowhere near. She's like, "Master, I was nowhere near you." He's like, "It's all over the floor. Make yourself useful and clean this shit up." He's like, "I'm gonna eat it all after I kill these noobs." And then on top of that, and then the fucking batteries go out, and then he's like, "No, Titsabella, my controller died. Give me new batteries." I mean, quote unquote, Titsabella is like, "Right now or after I clean up all the Munchkins?" It's like they're all stale anyway. And then the last thing that happens is Mikey goes full on Dudley. It's like, "I don't care how stale they are. I don't want to go all the way back to Dunkin' Donuts to get more." So they get
For
into
the
an
love of
argument, not
God.
unlike Mikey and his long deceased mom back in the 2070s. So the ship is dead in the water. So the question is, do you want to board the ship or do you want to just keep hammering away at it?
Board
I
the
say board the
ship.
ship.
Okay.
They can't do anything.
So
Let's use all the
Your
components we have.
cackling is disturbing to me.
so his ship is basically
We'll
just
go
dead in the
south
water because
first,
his fucking
Tobias.
Xbox controller is out of batteries, and then so you're able to board it without a well, actually in this case I think it is a roll, which also gives Kelly
Probably
time to
piloting.
shine here. So let me
Oh
just,
yeah, it's heavy machinery to
yeah,
connect
I
those
believe it's heavy
things.
machinery.
God,
Where is it?
yeah, I think there are some bases in that.
So where the fuck is combat phases? Okay, so it would be a heavy machinery for open airlock. If successful, you breach the target ship and your crew can then board it. Regular combat ensues. So heavy machinery from Kelly,
All
please.
right. Nice. I'll make my maintenance jack active.
Yep.
So I can get the bonus from that.
But maintenance jack already fixed you.
Yes.
Yeah, it's basically a Swiss Army knife. It can fix androids and cycle airlocks.
Done with my dad jokes of the day.
I love a fucking good dad joke. Kills me every time.
Oh my god. Okay.
There's the good rolls finally.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
well, I had the
Damn.
Merkava
Is
selected,
Tobiah
but that was
boarding
me.
worse than waterboarding?
So yeah,
It's Tobias, it has to be.
yeah, so you guys you board the ship, and surprisingly or perhaps not, you are not met with any kind of resistance at the airlock. So Tobiah,
Oh, who
yeah,
would
it's
have
pretty
thought?
anticlimactic. You were you do like a combat roll in, spring up with your rifle, and then there's like nobody there.
I'm just like, oh, no one wants to play with me.
So and I will say as a freebie that in terms of based on what you were seeing on the video feed, so this is a ship that's of a very, I mean, it's a little older, but it's a similar class as your ship. And judging from the video feed, he seemed to have been in the cargo bay for some reason.
Okay, so that's where I'm going. I'm going to
Really,
the
the
cargo.
place that would fit him.
Oh damn.
I'm not being completely honest.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong.
I mean, let's be honest here.
I mean, it's basically he
Okay.
turned it
I'm
into
not saying
Jabba's throne room.
to be mean. I'm just
Dave is getting ready the tranquilizer darts, though knowing it's
Yeah,
Friend Mikey, I
tranquilizer
think
darts on
he's
a guy
going
that
to-
probably can't even move.
He's probably going to need to up the dosage by about 3 times to get through all
Elephant
that
tranquilizer.
mass.
And you have to do it
He's
as a suppository.
God.
No, I'm going to rule no suppository play.
He's
But
like
anyway,
Bender in that one episode where he became human. He's like Bender in that one episode of Futurama
yeah, no,
where he got
you
turned
shoot it, you
human
shoot
by-
at him, and you woo like in that episode.
Oh God.
So, just the gift of Mega's posted. But so you make your way to the cargo bay, and then you see the man hut there. You see the twerking Joe still going at it. Dubstep is still
Can I
blasting in the
just put a-
background.
I put a bullet in the working Joe's head just so it's misery.
For
It's
the
a
love
mercy,
of
really.
God.
It's a mercy killing.
Free the synthetics of this
Yeah,
peril.
well, you shoot it in the head. I'm not going to make you roll for it, but like basically, like it sparks, its butt like flips one more time, and then it stops moving. So,
and then I look at Fat Mike. He says, "Okay, so this is how it's gonna go. You now work for us, and
What?
guess what? Everything here is now ours." I look at his, androids like, "Get aboard our ship. You're free."
So, well, she looks at Mikey, she kind of cringes, and then she looks at you and says, "Not yet," which gives you the implication that there's some reason why she is still here.
Yeah.
But I will say
Tobiah,
with
I think the second half of your plan is okay, but the first part of him working with us it does not fly
I don't think
whatsoever.
you understand the reason for him working for us.
what's the reason?
We're going to put him on a treadmill.
Well, I mean, you
And
can't.
have
It only
him-
goes up to 350 pounds.
And have him generate electricity.
Yes, he's going to generate electricity.
Out of all people, him. Oh, come on. That's cruel and unusual
I think that's
punishments
very
even for me.
inefficient.
I know it's inefficient, but that's one way to, treat a trash talking gamer. Give him a lot of exercise.
Well, I will note if you want to, depending on what you want to do with him, I will say, Kelly, make me an observation roll.
Sure. Any bonuses?
Yeah, I'll
Or
give you a
just
+1.
Flat. Okay. Sure, I'm not selected on the Merkava anymore. Take the notebook off the.
Oh my God! I know,
The
no,
mouse
0
pad.
points for guessing who said that.
Artyom, how dare you?
I wonder.
Okay, so, yeah, so you do notice that there are some chains overhead in case Kelly wants to take advantage of that. If
Just
the plan,
do the whole like kill him like Princess Leia did.
yeah,
Strangle him like Jabba the Hutt.
yes, that's exactly the idea.
Dave would assist gladly.
Okay, give me a close combat roll.
Sure.
You can get an assist from Dave with that.
So, I mean, the
I'll
whole
hold
time
him
he
down.
sees you approaching, like he's like frantically pressing the buttons on his controls, like shit, no, save me!
Tobiah, restrain her.
I don't think I have to.
Wait, what? To buy
I
do
don't think
what?
she's gonna stop us.
Yeah, we will. Yeah, I don't know if they're programmed to save and stop us from harming Mikey there. That's what I just said
Doubt it.
to. Yeah, we'll see.
Well, in this
should've
case,
done an unarmed attack.
I need to double check something.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to do that.
She doesn't care.
Yeah, so he's like, joke's on you, this is turning me on.
Oh my god!
So, like, he's
Dave
choking, he's
stops
like
immediately,
clawing
like,
at the
oh my
chain,
God.
and then he's just like,
There we go.
and just dies.
I
Dear
was about
Lord.
ready to just put around through his nuts.
Well, you shoot him, you find out that his hide is too thick.
It bounces
It
back.
bounces off, goes pink.
So, Massive Mickey is finally dead.
Dave starts dragging off the body to take care of it.
No, you are not moving that without at bare minimum a power loader.
He's a
I do believe
synthetic.
I've just given away something about myself.
That doesn't matter.
You're strong, but not that strong.
Exactly.
True.
Like,
True.
yes, you can pick up 500 pounds, but a power loader can lift up a
Right.
ton.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll get the power loader.
Do you turn off the music?
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
Oh god, yes.
Turn off the music and turn on classical. I'm just like, that's better.
But yeah,
So,
seeing that
what's her name?
What?
The synthetic.
What now?
Well, Miss, formerly known as Tetsabella. Dave's gonna kind of ask, like, what's her actual name?
Well,
Hoping that's not it.
Well, first of all, when she sees, girthy Mike getting strangled with a chain and finally getting killed, and then also being left with a power loader, she actually she sports a a grin that would make the radio demon cringe. A reference that Emily would pick up on.
Tobias just like, yes, do it.
But in
Calm
answer
down.
to what?
Calm down there, Calm down there, Satan. Calm down there.
Who are you referring to, Tobiah or the android?
Tobiah. Calm down there, killer.
Speed running that
Put the
Satan run.
muzzle back on you.
Back on you. God. Yeah, because it's like, yeah, don't make me bring out the muzzle again.
You say don't bring up the muzzle.
We're going to need to reinforce this cryo tube.
And he finds out, I was like, well, joke's on you, admitted that shit. But anyway, Mikey wasn't the only one with a weird fetish. Dave, you had a question for the android, right?
Yes, he asks, what's your name?
And she looks at you, and actually, after seeing Mikey removed from the equation, the Alistair grin is gone, and she has a more subdued smile, and she says Isabella, and gives like some sort of designation. And you also see, she actually would have, I'm not sure where, but like as a Wayland model synthetic yourself, she's actually a Wayland era android, possibly older than you.
Well, this is a rare sight.
Yeah, and I would also say that because Massive Mickey had her in like a slave Leia outfit, so her actual clothes would probably be somewhere nearby, so she finally gets dressed for the first time in God knows how long. And that jacket, would be a white jacket, but it would have the OG Wayland Core logo on it, not the Wayland Yutani logo.
Dave kind of asks if she's doing okay. How is she feeling about all of this?
And she says, because there was a specific choice of words that, like, she describes it as like, well, now that I'm free of a century of servitude, especially to 5 years from that disgusting, repulsive slab of century-old meat, I'm doing fine.
Century-old meat? Who was this person?
And she goes on to give the backstory from Terra Nova, the somehow Mikey returned. So what she says is, so a century ago at a colony called Terra Nova, there was I guess she kind of snarkily basically frames it as like a once upon a time kind of story. Says that at the
Mhm.
colony of Terra Nova there was this outcast of a nerd, the one nicknamed Fat Mikey Siciliano, who was given an indefinite sentence in the colony's palladium mines by El Presidente. The mine staff got fed up with him and went against the colony administrator by having him shuttle off-world in a cargo ship that was carrying livestock and personnel off-world. I was the ship's
Hold on, hold
android,
on.
particularly of this very
Hold
ship.
on.
What?
Wait,
We,
wait,
we just need to say we just need to live up to Hollywood standards and say somehow Fat Mikey returned.
Yeah, I had said that before, but very good point.
No, I'm saying that should be the whole explanation.
That's going to be the title of this video. So, but she says, I was the ship's android, so I watched as he was carted aboard the ship and put in a livestock stasis chamber. To speed this along, I'm not sure what happened after, since I myself was in stasis with the rest of the crew, waking up a century later to find myself alone, or so I thought. And since he was the only human aboard the ship, he was considered by Mother part of the crew, and I was automatically obliged by my programming to obey him. And the end result is that he sees the ship for himself, and with his mother's credit card and the interest accumulated in her bank account, he used it to buy copious amounts of junk food, video games, and other senseless commodities, and actually somewhat successfully started his own little criminal operation on some backwater planet, which will likely wind up going nowhere now that he's dead.
Excuse me, but how in the hell did he do anything successfully?
Well, what she's referring to with his mom's credit card, you know that episode of Futurama where Fry became a billionaire after 1,000 years in cryosleep, and like basically
Oh,
the
because
interest
of the
in,
interest thing.
yeah, the interest basically over 1,000 years made him a billionaire. So Mikey was in cryosleep for only a century, but he still, I mean, with the money that was in his mom's account,
Yeah,
he
yeah,
still had
yeah.
her credit card. So he basically did what Fry did in Futurama and found out that he was a millionaire.
Oh dear lord.
So that's how he became like basically like a Dollar Tree Jabba.
Isabel, would you consent to disconnecting you from Mother so that you don't have to follow her or anyone else's orders ever
Well,
again that you do not approve of?
she smirks and says, "Not to worry, brother. For now that Fat Mikey is dead, I am free."
Jack will jump in and say, "All right, you want to work for us?"
Her chummy demeanor kind of
What a
dissip-
job.
dissipates a little bit, and she, not counting Dave, she very analytically scans with, I mean, obviously with her eyes, looks at each character up and down, and says, and I'm assuming RTM is there, and she says, "Who among you is in charge?"
We're sort of an autonomous collective. We act in turn as an executive officer of the week.
In other words,
the
we are
period of
all
2 weeks.
equally. In other words, we are all equally incompetent here, as David kind of gives a smile. But Kelly, what do you think? Would it be okay to have Isabella amongst us? Since you have experience with multiple crews, etc. So, what do you think about that?
Yep. I mean, we'd have to talk to Valentino, but I mean, I suspect he would let us, he would let her join our crew. I mean, if she's willing to join, of course. I'll leave that up to you, Isabella.
Well, I'll say
Don't want
this
to force
much
anything on you.
for Dave, because you are the only one who has explicitly confirmed yourself. Well, I mean, you don't even need to confirm yourself as synthetic. She just knows. Give me a
Yeah, it's more
manipulation
generation.
roll.
Gladly.
Do you want to use any
Actually,
story
go to
points?
sixes.
Nice.
Fuck it. Let's do it.
Okay, so you're using one
Using
story
that
point.
last one.
Okay.
Yep.
And luckily for you, she didn't get anything.
Whee! You're safe with us, Isabella, if you want. As long as you want, of course. As Kelly said, she understands our situations very well. We have to check with our boss, but still, you can be with us certainly until we get back to the station, and depending on how the big man confirms or denies, there is a possibility you can be amongst friends. You could be safe.
She asks you regarding this Valentino. Is he one of us or one of them?
He is one of them that better understands us and gives us more opportunities than most people do nowadays.
She basically, I mean, at the sound of what you're mentioning, one of them, she just like shudders and growls in disgust.
Oh, that's feelings
be-
mutual, Isabella.
Kelly's trustworthy, as are all of our crew members here. We
Except
are
for maybe me, I'm a bit crazy.
At least he's honest
we are
about that.
we are all equally trustworthy and untrustworthy in that sense. We are all equally deranged and unstable.
I'll also say this, because you got an extra
I don't think
success.
you're helping our case.
I will say this, Dave, because via the story point, you got an extra success. What do you want that to be for manipulation stunts? Or if you want to use it for something not listed.
Uh, basically, a kind of that I've gained maybe a certain trust level with her, with the way I've kind of acted towards her, with my demeanor, so that she has to some extent, with this short interaction, but that she feels like she can trust me, that I have best interests in mind.
Well, yeah, because I would say that like I'll give you this for free that in case it wasn't crystal clear. The vibe you're getting from her is that she's basically the polar opposite of Speaker Vosk.
Yeah. That's why he's being honest about the situation, but he's letting her know that for our kind, there aren't many opportunities these days, and um, these are the best ways we can be safe amongst our own. Some sacrifices need to be made, but again, compared to Fat Mikey, our organization is filled with angels, honestly, by how it sounds, what you've described with him. You will never, however it turns out, if he allows you to join our crew, you'll never be subject to such humiliations and control ever again. Not from us. But it is your
And
choice.
well, what she said, she's definitely thinking about the offer because I will say that it's a good thing you succeeded. But she says, sighs and says, I will give it a try, but no guarantees about long-term commitment.
Absolutely. If you just want to stay on the station, or you want us to bring you somewhere during on our travels where you want to start your life anew, your choice. No problem. You did not instigate aggression towards us. We have no reason to not treat you with the most dignified decency anyone and everyone deserves. Right? As it kind of looks to our motley unstable crew.
I is over in the corner sticking
Yeah, of
munchkins on the
course.
wall.
When you're here, you're just another, doesn't matter if you're an android, human, whatever. Just we'll treat you with respect, and no harm will come to you while you're with us. I promise.
Yeah, I won't make you roll
Even
for that.
the crazy man with the munchkins. Even the crazy man plastering the munchkins on the wall is, he's crazy, but he's harmless. I swear.
He is harmless towards us.
And well,
To Mikey's, that's a different question.
well, she says that based on my experiences with the almighty Mikey, harmless and crazy are mutually exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Question: did she notice that I'm still covered in the synth goop?
Why do you think she's so disgusted? It's not just because you're a human. You are wearing the blood of your kind splattered all over your body.
Fair enough.
Oh, don't worry about that. He just got a bit
Sally-
excited all over his. It's not what you think.
She just snarks. Yeah, you're right. It's even worse.
Jesus. But Isabella, I see you have some structural damage. You have a technician, Jack. I'll kind of gesture to you, Magus. He just finished putting me back together. Actually, if he can take a look at you as well, if you feel comfortable letting him take a look at you.
And she
I can help
says,
with that as well.
She says, I'll take it into consideration. She also, as a bit of a bonus, she shares the reason why, courtesy of the trust that she, the kindness shown to her by her own kind. She shares the bitter story. The reason why her eye is so damaged is because of Fat Mikey yeeting his controller at her while playing Black Ops 79, rather. He was playing Black Ops 79. He was raging.
Black Ops 67 was right there, and you missed it.
Please no. Please no.
God.
Yeah. Well, I figured by this point there would be more than 67, but yeah, that would have been better. But anyway, he was playing Black Ops 79, and he nerd rage. He fucking flung his controller, and the arm of it fucking struck her directly in the eye.
Dear Lord.
Yikes.
Basically, and she picks up his controller and just for emphasis, you remember in Predator 2 when the Predator throws a shotgun on the ground and it just shatters? That happens to his controller.
Mm-hmm.
She holds it and then she's crushing it in her hand and
Nice.
throws it on the ground and destroys it.
Hell yeah. I'll offer a high five after she does that. Excuse me.
She kind of just stares at you and then sort of begrudgingly returns the high five, not really with the same sort of enthusiasm, but.
Do you, Isabel, reckon that this ship can be repaired? Does it have useful amenities?
Well, she just kind of, does the whole Batman Returns thing, looks at you and then makes eye contact with you and then turns her head, and then you basically just, you finally notice, all the crates of fucking junk food all over the place. There's just, there's plenty of trash, piles of wrappers and other shit.
I know what to do with it.
How long do those supplies last, for Mikey?
And she says, well, considering that most of them weren't put into stasis. It's a coin flip.
Oh, no.
I say, I know what to do with it. Walks over to the airlock to open the entire cargo bay.
No,
the ghost of Mike.
Oh,
no, my junk food.
No.
I'm not gonna press it with us in here. Do you think I'm stupid?
Still, you flashbacks need to eat something. We could salvage some.
We have good food on the ship. This is
Oh, we could sell it. We could sell it to some unsuspecting.
Resale junk food. Yeah. Yeah, like good luck getting somebody to buy.
Vintage.
even I have moral
Vintage.
standards. I
Just
would not subject another human being to this kind of crap.
I was gonna make the argument before my brain caught up that like, oh yeah, like like junk food probably isn't like, like candy bars and stuff probably isn't that common on like space stations. But then the smart part of my brain caught up and was like, yeah, this is expired. Don't sell that to people. We can if we want to go the whole like junk food vendors, we just buy it ourselves and
And
just
then it turns into that
stock like
SpongeBob
vending
episode where you're
machines
selling
and
chocolate.
make millionaires.
Yeah.
stale chocolate. Especially. I mean,
So,
That's why I
but
was
that's
just like, even I have standards. Like, I may be a human
Yeah.
trash disposal for food, but even I have standards.
too hard.
Yeah, I think we could clean this place up and create our own personal armada if that's what people are thinking. Because I
well,
think that's
just keep in mind that if you're going to
the
have like a
hoarding
fleet, you're going to
tendencies
need people to
returned to
crew
the
it.
party.
If nothing
Mhm.
else, having a reserve ship back at base wouldn't be a bad thing. So, I mean, just if not having a fleet constantly, having a backup somewhere. We're not just gonna leave a whole ship. We can repair it. We have capable technicians, and this is a CM88G. Is it a bison? Yes, it's
Yeah,
a
it's a
bison. I think.
bison. I
Yes.
mean, like I said, it looks like
Yep.
Jabba's sail barge, but
Yeah. But our ship, we can probably tug it along with us back to base.
do you have a tow hitch? No,
Oh,
you don't.
goddamn. Dear Kelly,
Everything of value.
how long do you think it would take to get this ship back online?
Do I look like a computer? Well, I say that and never mind. Ugh.
Got the engineering expertise. You can estimate.
Mhm.
If you want to do a heavy machinery
Probably
roll to fix the
probably a
damage
couple
to
of
it,
shifts a week. Like,
Isabella has heavy machinery too. She can give you
Yeah.
a bonus.
Sure. Maintenance jack does not apply to this, does it? Nope. Just diverting power.
Well,
So
a cutting torch would fix
make that.
hull damage.
Ooh, that's right. Just let me make that active. I have the weapon, I don't have the item. Let's- Equipment, there we go. Mechanical cutting torch. So that is active now. Modifier, yep, is correctly applied on the item. Then get an additional +1 from Isabella. Select my token.
Wow.
One success out of 15 dice.
At least it's one.
Well, you at least repair one point of hull damage. So yeah, and then I will say like somebody could potentially pilot the ship back, and I will note that Isabella had, because basically she was kind of doing basically doing all the work for Mikey's ship. So, for example, she has
Mhm.
agility 7 and piloting of 2.
Yeah, jack of all trades.
Yeah, heavy machinery 2, range combat 2,
Nice.
piloting 2, observation 2, comtech 2.
Mhm. Well, we can just fly the ships in tandem back.
Yep.
Then at the base,
Yep.
in a dry dock,
Yep.
it'll be able to be
So,
repaired to a more functional state.
I'll say in this case, what we will do is that, so I think it was 27 days to get from Morningstar to Koi 416. So let me just double check that. So it was
Was
1,
it 27
2,
or 21?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Was so 8. Well, technically 9. 9 times FTL3 would be
Oh, then it is 27.
27. Yeah. Now the catch is that. Well, actually, hold on. What did he have for his ship?
Oh yeah, if it's slower, then we're
Well, in
going
this
the
case, because I
slower
just made a
pace.
copy of the Merkava. I mean, it would be an older model, but maybe Mikey like used his mom's credit card to upgrade his EFC that turned into a gravity drive. Um, so just for simplicity, just to hand wave it, the ship that Isabella is piloting has the same FTL as yours. So you both get
Okay.
there in 27 days, and then that is where we will end it.
Oh boy, oh boy. There's gonna be some strange, unexpected bonuses. Like there were no official bonuses, but you brought back a sheeple, a sheep, and an extra synthetic that you're asking to join the crew. What? Oh, Vosk is gonna be fucking. She's gonna be fucking livid. You brought another thing,
Yeah, you didn't think
motherfucker.
that far ahead, did you?
Oh my god.
Oh, and
Can you imagine the
I
reaction?
want to say, like, while we were repairing, um, whatever the fuck we're gonna call the ship for now, I'll call it Fat Mikey's pleasure barge.
Lovely.
I would have been chatting with Isabella and
uh,
and just, you know, I would tell her that yeah, I'm also an android, just to kind of, you know, try and put her at ease, since she's like, you know, well, uneasy, imp- mostly from Tobiah, you know, war paint, like android war paint.
Great first
And
impressions.
like
You,
by this point, I probably would have went and
I love
cleaned
the
myself
character,
up.
but you're nutty as all fuck, bro.
I would have gone and cleaned myself up
No
if you're repairing
offense.
the ship. It's like there's nothing else for me to do here. I'm just gonna go, clean up, you know, get into like normal clothes, not full, s- you know, crazy man everywhere. I would have been just, went more normal.
Isabella will learn in time that you do not discriminate against red blood or white blood. It doesn't matter if it's of your own or whatever else is, or
well,
yellow or
I mean,
green
she may
blood.
learn
You're
it in
gonna
time, but as
bathe
of
in
right
all
now,
of
she just has the fuck out for humanity. So,
it. Yeah. It makes
Yep.
I mean,
sense.
courtesy of Dave,
Yep.
really pulling through the manipulation and Kelly being kind to her, that is like basically the only two things that are keeping her in check.
I did
Mhm.
try,
Yeah, I
getting
just
her
wanted
out
to.
of the situation too, but it was just kind of more of, eh.
Well, you were painting with white blood and truffles. What was it, or
He
something
was
on
he
the
was he was
wall?
making
So,
like
yeah,
painting the wall with munchkins
with munchkins. Yeah. So,
because apparently Mikey
so yeah. The first
had
impressions were
had
interesting.
Dunkin' Donuts cravings before he went out to confront you. So, but anyway, so we're gonna wrap there. You guys
Yeah.
all get 5 XP,
Yep.
which you can spend
I,
now,
I, I've I've spent all my XP.
including just now.
Yeah.
Yes,
What'd you spend it
I,
on?
I
Oh
picked up
my god.
hardened.
Okay.
Oh, you son of a bitch!
Yeah.
You're you're gonna be one tough cookie.
I mean, considering I have 8 hit points now.
And you can get that up to 11.
No. That's with all three because I had 1 point of hardened already, and then I just added the two more.
You're turning yourself into a literal tank.
Yes.
He will
Oh my
need
god,
my
he does
medical
have all of them.
expertise.
So you bought all 3 ranks?
All three ranks.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Okay then.
Well, we know who's gonna be the front spear of operations.
For the spear, yeah.
All you're gonna hear me going is I'm charging into Adam. It's like I'm a tank, I'm a tank, I'm a tank, I'm a tank.
Yeah. But other than that, how was that session?
That was fun. That was fun. That was very lovely. Uh, was not expecting a return of the mic. That was
You guys
the
had a big
least.
mech attack, and so did he.
Nobody expects the Fat Mikey Inquisition.
Yep. Yeah. That was a good first easing for the space
Yeah, I think
combat,
it was like kind of
etc.
like a your baby's first space combat, and kind of
Yeah.
like you
A
basically like an
reminder.
opponent who could still theoretically injure you, but obviously didn't. So
Yeah, it was nice, and wrapping that storyline up.
yep.
So that was all nice. That was all fun. I'm not going to spend my XP right now since I'm not completely sure what I want
Yeah, that's right. I
to
gotta add that
do.
to. Um,
Yeah, I'm either going to spend on skills or two talents.
no,
I'm gonna think about it, and then I'm going to before next session.
sure.
I'm gonna spend it there. But
Yep.
yeah, the
We'll
plan
keep
for
you
it.
guys posted on whether there is a session next week. But I definitely wanted between possible plans next week and then just how fucking funny what I had planned for this was.
Yeah. But
Now it's clear
now
why
I
I
get
wanted to
it.
get a session in.
Yeah, I noticed the extra spiciness of the excitement. So now seeing that Mikey was there, things made complete sense. Complete sense. This is something that had to happen.
Yep.
Too bad Blitz wasn't there to see it.
What
Yep. And a
ran through
new
my head
potentially
was
major NPC joins the ensemble, so there's that too.
Yep.
uh, ran through my head is, oh dear God, someone actually mated with him.
And this is a descendant or something. No.
Exactly. That's what was
This is
running through
better.
my head.
That would be a level of body horror that I do not want.
Yeah, let's not go there. Because I also,
I'm
and I
fine with
forgot to mention
xenomorphs.
this, that Isabel would have put this in her recap. That yeah, he basically, he was aboard at, like, in cryo, he was put in a livestock transport cell because like all the
Yeah.
human cryopods were full. So they basically put him in one of the livestock pens, and it had enough like cryo juice to keep him alive much longer.
Oh, that's perfect. That's a perfect way to round out his story there.
Yep.
Death by failed controller and then
Getting fucking
autoerotic. Well,
strangled
not
with shit.
auto, but yeah.
So, anyway, I'm going to head out. John will be seeing you,
Yep,
well, you
yep.
and Emily later on. So,
Yeah,
Have a
and
good day.
well, literally, you'll
See you
see
later.
me in
Like half an hour,
what,
yeah.
an hour?